What if I told you that the very fruit you're eating right now, yes, that healthy snack you've trusted for years, could be quietly robbing you of your health, your energy, even your precious memories? I'm Dr. Thomas, a physician with 30 years of walking alongside patients just like you folks over 50 who dream of thriving, not just surviving, in their golden years. I've seen the heartbreak of a single bite turning into an ER visit, and I've witnessed the joy of a simple dietary shift bringing back vitality. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on a truth that shocked me early in my career. Not all fruits are your friends after 50. Some are silent saboteurs, while others are your lifeline to a vibrant, independent life. Picture this: you're 65, determined to keep up with your grandkids, to dance at your daughter's anniversary, to remember every name at your high school reunion. But what if the grapefruit you love with breakfast, the cherries you snack on, or the bananas you grab for energy are betraying you? As we age, our bodies change, our metabolism slows, our kidneys falter, our digestion gets picky, and our medications become a tightrope walk. Some fruits, once harmless, can now tip that balance toward danger. But here's the hope: nature also offers fruits that can protect your heart, sharpen your mind, strengthen your bones, and soothe your soul. This isn't just a health talk, it's a wake-up call, a story of lives changed, and a guide to reclaiming your vitality, one bite at a time. For my friends at Living Fully After 50, this is your roadmap to thriving. If you're ready to uncover the truth, type 1 in the comments below. If something doesn't resonate, type 0 so I can make this better for you. Let's dive into the 4 fruits you must avoid and the 4 you need to embrace to live fully after 50. The hidden dangers, fruits that could steal your health. As a doctor, I've learned that the simplest choices can have the biggest consequences. Let's start with the fruits that, despite their wholesome glow, could be working against you. These aren't just warnings, they are stories of real people, like you, who faced unexpected challenges. 1. Grapefruit, the silent threat lurking in your breakfast. Let me take you back to 1995, when I met Mrs. Evelyn Carter, a 67-year-old retired librarian with a smile that lit up my clinic. Evelyn loved her morning ritual: a half grapefruit, a sprinkle of sugar, and her heart medications. One morning, she collapsed, her muscles aching, her heart racing. We rushed her to the ER, where tests revealed a dangerous truth: grapefruit was sabotaging her medications. It contains furanocoumarins, compounds that block a liver enzyme called CYP3A4, which breaks down over 50% of the drugs seniors take: statins, blood thinners, anti-anxiety meds. When this enzyme is blocked, medications build up to toxic levels, like a dammed river ready to burst. For Evelyn, her statins reached dangerous levels, causing muscle breakdown and nearly triggering a heart crisis. Over 70% of Americans over 65 take medications affected by grapefruit, yet most don't know the risk. I've seen it too often: patients like Evelyn, trusting a healthy fruit, ending up in the hospital, confused and scared. As Hippocrates said, Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food, but only if you know which food to trust. If you're on medications, skip grapefruit. Try oranges or tangerines instead, they are safe and just as refreshing. But if grapefruit's betrayal shocks you, the next fruit might break your heart with its nostalgic charm. 2 cherries, a sweet memory turned sour. Cherries evoke summer picnics, don't they? I think of my patient, Mr. James Thompson, a 70-year-old Vietnam vet who popped cherries while watching baseball. James came to me with swollen knees and unpredictable blood sugar spikes. He was stunned to learn his cherry habit was the culprit. A single cup of cherries packs 20 grams of sugar, fine for younger folks, but for seniors with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, over 50% of those over 65, that sugar hits like a tidal wave, stressing organs, and leaving you foggy and tired. Cherries are also acidic, which can inflame joints in those with arthritis, like James. He loved cherry pies from his childhood, but those same cherries were now fueling his pain. Processed forms, juices, dried cherries amplify the risk, with concentrated sugars and additives. James's story isn't unique. I've seen patients suffer silent damage from what feels like a harmless treat. As Maya Angelou once said, when you know better, you do better. Swap cherries for low-sugar berries, and you'll feel the difference. But if cherries can deceive us, the next fruit, one we've all been told is a health hero, might leave you speechless. 3 bananas, the potassium trap that could stop your heart. Bananas are the ultimate convenience food, right? Peel, eat, repeat. But let me tell you about Mrs. Clara Johnson, a 72-year-old grandmother who ate a banana every morning, believing it was her heart's best friend. One day, she felt her heart flutter, her legs weaken, and her mind cloud with confusion. Blood tests revealed hyperkalemia, too much potassium in her blood caused by her slowing kidneys and her blood pressure meds. Bananas, packed with potassium, are great for young, healthy bodies. But for seniors with kidney issues, common after 65, or on medications like ACE inhibitors, that potassium can build up, disrupting heart rhythms and muscle function. Clara's scare was a wake-up call. She didn't know her kidneys weren't filtering like they used to. 1 banana a day pushed her potassium to dangerous levels. I've seen this in countless patients, folks who trust bananas' wholesome reputation, unaware of the risk. As Albert Einstein said, a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Clara switched to apples, and her energy returned. If you love bananas, check with your doctor about your kidney function and meds. The next fruit, though, is the sneakiest of all, a snack you might be eating right now. 4 dried fruits, the sugar bomb hiding in plain sight. Dried fruits, raisins, dates, cranberries seem like nature's candy, perfect for snacking. But let me introduce Mr. Robert Lee, a 68-year-old retiree who tossed raisins into his oatmeal, thinking he was being healthy. His blood sugar spiked, his stomach bloated, and he felt sluggish. Dried fruits are sugar bombs when water is removed. Sugars concentrate, so a handful of raisins equals a whole bunch of grapes without the fiber or hydration. Many are coated in added sugars or sulfites, which can trigger asthma, migraines, or gut inflammation in sensitive seniors. For Robert, who had type 2 diabetes, those raisins were a silent thief, stealing his energy and stability. I've seen this pattern in patients who snack on dried apricots or cranberries, unaware of the havoc. As Oprah Winfrey says, the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. Skip dried fruits for whole, fresh options, and your body will thank you. But enough about what to avoid, let's talk about the fruits that can transform your life. The lifesavers, fruits to embrace for a vibrant life. Now, let's turn to hope. These fruits aren't just food, they are your partners in living fully after 50. They've changed lives, including mine, and I'm excited to share them with you. 1. Blueberries, the memory protectors. Blueberries are small but mighty. I think of Mrs. Margaret Davis, a 74-year-old artist who feared her memory was fading. She started eating a half cup of blueberries daily, and 6 months later, she was painting again, recalling details with clarity. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, antioxidants that cross the blood-brain barrier to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Studies show they slow cognitive decline, lower Alzheimer's risk, and boost decision-making. Margaret's story is personal to me. My own mother, at 80, eats blueberries daily, and her sharp wit keeps us laughing. They are also low in sugar, support heart health, and regulate blood pressure, perfect for diabetics or those with cardiovascular concerns. Add them to yogurt, oatmeal, or eat them plain. As Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. Blueberries make protecting your mind possible. But if blueberries guard your brain, the next fruit is your heart's champion. 2. Apples, the everyday miracle. An apple a day keeps the doctor away is more than a cliche, it's truth. Mr. Henry Brooks, a 69-year-old with high cholesterol and constipation, started eating an apple daily. His LDL cholesterol dropped, his digestion eased, and he felt lighter. Apples are rich in pectin, a soluble fiber that binds cholesterol and removes it from your bloodstream, reducing heart attack and stroke risk. They are low in sugar, support blood sugar control, and relieve constipation, a common issue for seniors. The antioxidants in apple skins, like quercetin, also fight inflammation and lower cancer risk. Henry keeps a bowl of apples on his kitchen table, a reminder of simple choices that heal. I eat one daily too, it's my moment of gratitude for my body. As Maya Angelou said, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Choose apples, and choose strength. But if apples protect your heart, the next fruit nourishes your entire body. 3. Avocados, the fuel for longevity. Avocados are a game changer. Mrs. Linda Harris, a 71-year-old with joint pain and high cholesterol, started adding avocado to her meals. Her inflammation eased, her cholesterol improved, and she felt vibrant. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats that protect your heart, lower bad cholesterol, and reduce joint pain. They are rich in vitamin K for bone strength, potassium for blood pressure, and lutein for eye health, guarding against macular degeneration. I love avocados for their richness: a slice on toast, a scoop in salads, or blended into smoothies. Linda calls them her secret weapon, and I get it. They feel indulgent but deliver pure nourishment. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, do one thing every day that scares you. For some, trying avocados feels new. Embrace it. But if avocados fuel your body, the next fruit soothes it like nothing else. 4. Papaya, the digestive healer. Papaya is a tropical miracle. Mr. William Turner, a 73-year-old with bloating and reflux from years of medications, added papaya to his breakfast. His digestion eased, and he felt lighter. Papaya contains papain, an enzyme that breaks down proteins, reducing digestive strain. It's rich in vitamins C, A, and E, boosting immunity, reducing inflammation, and supporting joint health. William keeps papaya in his fridge, calling it his morning medicine. Its gentle sweetness and soft texture make it easy for sensitive stomachs. I've started eating it too, especially after heavy meals. As Dalai Lama says, the purpose of our lives is to be happy. Papaya brings that comfort, naturally. Now, let's pull this all together with a story that ties it all up. The turning point, a patient's redemption. Let me tell you about Mrs. Sarah Mitchell, a 68-year-old widow who came to me feeling defeated. Her energy was gone, her joints ached, and she feared losing her independence. Sarah loved her morning grapefruit, snacked on dried apricots, and ate bananas for health. But her medications were failing, her blood sugar was erratic, and her spirit was fading. We sat down, and I shared the truth about these fruits. Together, we replaced grapefruit with blueberries, dried fruits with apples, and bananas with avocados and papaya. 3 months later, Sarah walked into my clinic with a spark I hadn't seen before. Her blood sugar stabilized, her joint pain eased, and she was gardening again. But the real turning point? She told me, "Dr. Thomas, I feel like I'm living again, not just waiting." Sarah's story is why I do this, why I'm sharing this with you. Her journey wasn't about perfection, it was about curiosity, courage, and small choices that compounded into a new life. Here's the plot twist: the real danger isn't just these fruits, it's complacency. I've seen patients cling to habits from their 40s, unaware of how their 60s demand different choices. One patient, Mr. Paul Evans, ate dried cranberries daily until a diabetes scare woke him up. Another, Mrs. Diane Foster, loved cherries until her arthritis flared. These stories taught me that health isn't static, it evolves, and so must we. As John F. Kennedy said, change is the law of life. and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. Are you ready to evolve? Keeping you hooked, a challenge and a promise. To keep you with me, here's a challenge. This week, swap one risky fruit for a healing one. Maybe ditch the grapefruit for blueberries or the dried raisins for an apple. Comment below with your plan, I'm dying to hear it. If this is sparking something in you, type 1 in the comments. If I've missed the mark, type 0 so I can do better. And don't forget to subscribe to Living Fully After 50. We're building a community to thrive together. But let's get practical. What's the deeper why behind these choices? It's not just about avoiding harm, it's about chasing your dreams. You want to dance at your grandchild's wedding, to travel without pain, to remember every moment with clarity. Every fruit you choose is a step toward that dream or away from it. Let's make sure you're stepping forward. The emotional core, your dreams, your fears. After 30 years, I've seen the fears that keep seniors up at night: losing independence, forgetting loved ones, missing out on life's joys. I've held hands with patients like Mrs. Emily Parker, who cried because she couldn't keep up with her grandkids anymore. But I've also seen the triumph of patients like Mr. David Lee, who, at 75, ran his first 5K after changing his diet. Your food choices aren't just about health, they are about freedom, joy, and legacy. When you reach for a blueberry instead of a cherry, you're voting for your mind. When you choose an apple over a banana, you're protecting your heart. When you embrace avocado or papaya, you're nourishing your soul. These aren't restrictions, they are acts of love. As Brené Brown says, courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Show up for your health, and let your vibrant self shine. Practical tips to live fully after 50. Let's make this simple. Here's how to bring these fruits into your life. Blueberries, add a half cup to breakfast yogurt, oatmeal, or plain. Frozen is fine, they keep their magic. Apples, keep a bowl on your counter. Eat the skin for extra antioxidants. One a day is your heart's ally. Avocados, slice onto toast, add to salads, or blend into smoothies. Start with a quarter daily for richness. Papaya, enjoy a few slices for breakfast or dessert. Fresh or frozen works wonders for digestion. And here's what to avoid. Grapefruit, if you're on meds, talk to your doctor. Oranges are a safe swap. Cherries, limit to small portions if you have diabetes or arthritis. Berries are better. Bananas, check your kidney function and meds. Apples are a safer choice. Dried fruits, skip them for whole fruits to avoid sugar spikes and gut issues. The climax, a moment of truth. Let me share one final story, a moment that changed how I see my work. Last year, I met Mr. John Harris, a 70-year-old who'd given up hope. His diabetes was out of control, his joints ached, and he felt like a burden. He was eating dried fruits and bananas daily, unaware of their toll. We switched him to blueberries, apples, avocados, and papaya, and I asked him to trust the process. 6 months later, John walked into my clinic 10 pounds lighter, blood sugar stable, and a smile I'll never forget. He said, "Dr. Thomas, I'm not just alive, I'm living." That's the climax of this journey. You're not just avoiding harm, you're reclaiming your life. But here's the suspense: will you take the next step? Will you question your habits, try something new, and see what's possible? The choice is yours, and it starts today. Conclusion: your legacy, one bite at a time. My friends, after 30 years as a doctor, I've learned one unshakable truth: your health is your legacy, and it's built one bite at a time. The fruits you choose or avoid aren't just food, they are your partners in living fully after 50. Grapefruit, cherries, bananas, and dried fruits aren't evil, but they demand caution. Blueberries, apples, avocados, and papaya are your allies, ready to protect your mind, heart, bones, and soul. You deserve to chase your dreams, to dance, to laugh, to remember, to live without fear. Start small. Pick one healing fruit this week, let go of one risky one, and watch your body respond. Share your plan in the comments. I'm here, rooting for you. Type 1 if this moved you, 0 if I can do better. Like, share, and subscribe to Living Fully After 50 for more stories to inspire your journey. As Maya Angelou said, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Let's make every moment breathtaking, together.